Hey folks, Brian, it's been a long weekend and I've been busy today working on my manuscript trying to get it finished for its first submission for review. Still not there and it's 8 o'clock at night. But anyway, we played both RQG and Eldorath this weekend because of the fifth Saturday things throwing things out of whack. But anyway, RQG. The party. Oh, we left the party, descending the steps into the darkness. And we're playing with Owlbear Rodeo, and I've been experimenting with the lighting and stuff. And so I'm still we're getting ready to actually play the session, and I'm trying to update some NPC charts, what they call them. Shoot, complete blank. But you know, their stats and stuff, right? And I'm still trying to place torches around because, you know, these creatures don't see in the dark. The only creatures I know of that do are trolls and such, and these are not trolls, so they're going to have light. So I start setting up torches in the hallways and adjusting their distances, and I'm playing with the characters' lighting so they can see themselves, and the lighting coming down from the stairwell from outside, and that kind of stuff going. And so there's lots of dead space if you listen to the live play, which is in the description, as I'm catching myself up on a number of things or moving stuff around or doing something, right? So anyway, the party comes down. There's a creature there at the bottom of the steps. There's a pit in the middle of the first chamber there with the four pillars around it. And across the pit on their side is this creature says, "Oh, you brought some more. How many do you have this time?" That kind of thing. And the party plays along with this. "Yeah, we've got like 15 of them this time," kind of deal. And "Oh, bring them down, bring them down." And he comes forward and he calls back, "We got more coming down." And so some more of these creatures, persons, come forward from the southern hallway. And when they get up close, they say, "Okay, these guys are not Pelorians." These aren't people that we recognize. These are not anybody we know that should be bringing stuff to us. And so he says, "Imposters, intruders. We have intruders." And so the other two guys come up, and they're javelin guys. So start throwing javelins. This other guy up front's got his spear out, and he's not really good with his spear. He's better with his club, because these are brew. These three creatures are brew, and so melee ensues. They take them out fairly quickly. No real issues. Davin has been able to upgrade his sorcery since last time, so there's just some discussion. I don't think it's in the live play, where the party's deciding, okay, do we want a 2-meter radius with 9 points of spells on it, or a 3-meter radius with 8? Holy cow! Yeah, maybe I'm letting them get away too much. I'm not sure. Anyway, so there's a circle of defensive positions. So they come up with a plan this time. Okay, you're going to cast this on it, you're going to cast that, and you're going to cast this, right? So the three people that cast these spells, so they got protection 5 on it and counter magic 2 and spirit screen. I don't remember what the third one was. Anyway, so when they first get into melee, throwing up buffing spells, they throw everything onto the circle so that everybody inside the circle gets protection from it. Then somebody does mention, hey, if the bad guys are inside the circle, do they get it too? You know, that makes sense that they would, but we haven't been playing that way. Anyway, they dispatch these three fairly quickly. There's a bunch of discussion. Okay, they called out for help, or they raised the alarm. There's 2 hallways, east and west, plus the south hallway. We need to make sure nobody's sneaking up on us. So they're doing this kind of stuff and discussing things. And in the background, I do have a third brew here. And he comes up and peeks around into one of the side hallways and sees everybody in the light. And thankfully, light didn't reach as far as he was. It actually moved him around the corner, his pawn, to see if he would actually, show up in the light and actually flash the players, which I would have done. Well, not that kind of flash. And nothing. They went south, and so he goes through a door and goes down the hallway. And he's trying to get a message out to people. Ideally, he would have wanted to go the other way, but the party's in the way, right? So they go south, investigate this room. Nothing there. There's a door. They go through the door. There's another room with storage supplies, that kind of stuff. Probably should have been some bones there. Now I think about it. And they come up and there's a curtain, which is where the other guy came through. As a curtain. They come through and they come. Okay, this is where we are. This is what's going on. There's a doorway here. They open the door. Actually, the shaman summoned the brew ghost that he's got bound, I think, by the fetch. So it materializes, and so it's doing ghost stuff. He's their scout kind of thing. So he's putting them through doors and through walls. You see any power in there? No, no power. Okay, let's investigate. Same thing with this hallway. Opens the door. Before they open the door, send the ghost through. He doesn't see any power. Comes back. They open the door. They can see a long hallway. Stairs down in a long hallway, and there is light at the far corner. So they close that door, and then they go west. It turns north. There's an open area. There's double doors on one side, a door on the other, and a door at the top. And so they start maneuvering around, checking with the ghost. Look through, you see anything? Look through, you see anything? Look through, you see anything? To the north, there are 5 power signatures. Okay, so they get ready to do their thing. But the creatures on their side, those 5 power signatures, they made their listen rolls sufficient to know, okay, they heard the warning, right? So they're trying to keep tabs on what's happening in the hallway. Yeah, somebody's coming down the hallway. Okay, let's listen. Okay, oh, they're getting close. Okay, it's stage. And I didn't think about it at the time, but what I did is I set up 2 javelin throwers behind a table, and a 3rd javelin thrower at a hallway, and then there's 2 fighters by the door. Door opens, 2 fighters can engage. Javelins throw javelins, but at that point they're throwing into melee. So, what do we do? But Jarstakos kicks the door in and rushes in, so he's engaged. He can move one further hex forwards because there's 2 hexes there by the door. And then a Arrestor comes in, so those 2 are there, engaged by these 2. I still had to throw javelins anyway. Thankfully, all of them end up hitting Jarstakos, including an impale to the abdomen from behind. That was great. But because he's within the range of the ring, he's got protection 5, plus he's wearing scale hauberk, I think heavy scale hauberk on the abdomen there, so it didn't do a whole lot of damage, but it impaled, right? So he's got to take it out. So we make that extraction roll, and he was successful. And it's a darkness elemental, this black blob shows up, runs over Josh Dakos, does his fear thing, which he failed his save on, because I have the player's save instead of the enemies actually doing the attack on the power versus power roll thing. And then, but he was like demoralized, well, filled with fear for 4 rounds, so he acts as being demoralized. And so the creatures' orders were kill them all. And so got him. Its plan is next guy. Actually, I had to make a decision of, well, when it came to the next round, people were already in the hall, were in the room. Because they killed, yeah. They end up one-shotting the torture person. Female form in black leather with 2 iron prods. And Arrestra one-shot at her leg, if I remember right. And so she went down. Amputated her leg. And so Arrestra moved to that direction so more people can come in. So, okay, which way do I go? He decided to go straight. But before I could actually do any of that specifically, the shaman did the spirit magic spell distraction, so that spirits come and attack him instead. So it came. It missed, or she was successful in the power versus power roll. So it comes forward, gets on top of her. She made her save, so so she didn't have to deal with the fear issue. And then at the end of the rounds, we start doing spirit combat because that's what the shaman does. And the shaman summoned the fetch into the middle world, right? So the shaman and the fetch are together in the same space. At that, as I interpret the rules, that's when they combine power. So instead of the shaman having a power of 13 or 10 and the fetch having a power of 13, something like that, they now, power 23 kind of stuff. Now we did that. We actually ended up doing the spirit combat, one each, the shaman and the fetch. But what I should have done, and which we'll do next time, is when they are together. In fact, it's a single attack, but it's a power 23. That kind of stuff, right? Greater chance of success, greater chance of doing more damage, that kind of thing. Well, there's 2 rounds of that. First was a tie, so they both take damage, and the second time, the Darkness Elemental got a critical success, and so since we're doing both, it was the fetch that actually took damage on that one. But that's how that thing went. Then Arustra moved further forward against the other javelin was in the hallway. Did a befuddle on that one, and then was going to go make towards the other 2 javelins. Now that's pretty much where we ended the session, because we got started a little late, and I was still doing stuff during like the first half hour. So they're discussing things, and I'm trying to put stuff together still. So we are in the keep, and we are investigating what's going on, and we know definitely there's brew here. Not sure what else. Happy gaming.